to another video, and today I don't know what this game is about, and let's hop into this. So we are going, it just came up on this, I bought it on PlayStation, and this is please choose a set screen and subtitles. I will be putting it on English just in case if people are deaf or don't understand this. So yes, I'm putting it in English. So yes, hop into it. I shut up now. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? So welcome, this is Stanley Parable game. I've heard about it before. I've seen Jacksepticeye play this. I've seen Markiplier, think Markiplier played this, and Jacksepticeye played this, and yeah, no, I haven't. Oh, so I was drinking energy drink. Excuse me. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely vision. Okay, let's confirm. Please enter the correct time. What time is it now? 1:34. Whoops. On. Okay, oh, whoops. It apparently won't let me do. Right. 1:37. Right, confirm. No accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. So I can set this anytime I like, but I'm not gonna change it. I'll be quiet now. Let's hop into this game. Hello, welcome. You are playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So let's get into this, shall we? The end is never the end. Is never the end. Is loading. Good grief. Let's hop into this game, shall we?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, right. Welcome to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So, yeah, I had to be quiet because I wanted you to hear. So, yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
There's a little bit of Easter egg in here, like, I'm just looking around for Easter eggs. But yeah, you can click on doors. Yeah, so let's go. Oh, yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So I'm going to do sensibly and then go off a random place. Let's go. Doing, 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 doing.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
There we go.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Oh, I like this closet.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I'm staying here forever.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Sweet FA. Exactly. I'm getting bored in here.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Yeah, tough. Narrator.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
True. Boing, 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 boing. I'm just crouching right now.
Maybe
if
to
anyone
you,
knows.
this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
True. Doing, yoing, 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 yoing. Should I?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Hey!
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to his broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Right, I'll do a few more crouching up and down. Okay, now I'm done.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, I just missed about on that one. What's up? I mean, because the boss knows what the boss says. Go if the boss suffers loss, loses, then that would the boss chooses. True.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Ah. Yeah, gonna be fun.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
No, lift broke.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'll do that in the next video. Come back some point and then do it.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Let's go!
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley,
that one's
one of
empty.
them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh, 528. 745. No, 472. Oh, 275. Where is it? Uh, 725. Employee 275. 755. I don't know.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
True.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh,
Here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Turn it off. Alright, we're done. Game's over.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Yep.
Yes.
There you go.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
And that is it. So that was that. So we can do one more of this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right, we do one more in then. See what you guys think to do part 2 of this. Aha! Yeah, it's this one. It's you get an Easter egg out of this one.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right, I'm gonna go left again and do that escape one, and then that is over.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alright, just skipped that one, but yeah. I'm not going in the closet again. Took me ages.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Oh,
What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
True.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Meow. Let's go. Let's go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nope.
Although this passageway had the word Escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
True.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Oh. Fall to my death.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Skadoosh.
Stanley.
Goodbye, narrator. Oh.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Yep. Oh. Fair enough. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Just don't remind me. Yeah, so we started here. Yeah, we start from here. We came here, here. Yeah. From here they open set of two doors. Yeah, and to your left. 1, 2, 3, the offices. Good. Button sounds. Just turn them off. 431, 436. Going up here. Ah, this is a war game. Oh, well, the game of future copy boards. Dear narrator, how do you stay in shape? Damn. Ah, telephone's here. Oh yeah. Good grief. What's these levels do? Oh. Yeah, elevator room. What light? Countdown desk. One of. Oh. Ah, right. It starts with that one. Oh no, it starts from that one, then to that one, and then comes into that one. I think. The lounge. Oh yeah.
Anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake.
Oh, I don't
It's
know.
the kind of thing you pick up on intuitively if you
party
have
for
the
him
most
for all his
fundamental
button pushing.
understanding of good
When
and bad
Squall
in
came to the
time.
lift, he
Of
travelled
course,
upward
you
to the
being
power
you,
source.
you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it.
Here.
Good grief, you just imagine you being there, just so loud. We've found so. Oh, I don't want to go there just yet. I haven't gone this way yet. Oh, 427, 427, 427. Ooh, let's go over. Yeah, so we've gone anywhere, so yeah. Right, let's go over here.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
True.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Ow! I'm dead anyway. Right, I'm gonna leave this here. Oh yeah, 427. Right, I'm gonna leave this here. If anyone want me to continue this episode here,
All of his
smash that.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right, I'm gonna leave this here. smash that button in the face, and I will see you next time. Bye.